The morning that changed everything. The alarm rang at 5:32 a.m., an odd time, but one Vishal had chosen deliberately, early enough to outrun the world, late enough to pretend he slept well. He hadn't. He turned on his side, instinctively stretching his hand toward the other side of the bed, the space that had been empty for 3 years, empty but not cold. Memories don't cool easily. His fingers touched a soft toy dinosaur instead, Dodo, the guardian of his 7-year-old son Arav's dreams. "Oh," he whispered with a faint smile, "wrong roommate." He pushed himself up, rubbed his eyes, and reminded himself of the checklist taped to the wall. Breakfast, lunchbox, school drop, office, groceries, homework, dinner, storytime, laundry, the list that replaced the life he once imagined. The list that made him both exhausted and proud every single day. Today, however, wasn't ordinary. Today would test every part of him. Father, employee, son, friend, and most of all, a man still learning to live with grief. But he didn't know that yet, too. "Breakfast and battles, Papa," Arav shouted from the bathroom, his voice echoing like a siren. "My toothpaste finished." "It didn't finish. You just squeeze it like you're taking revenge on it," Vishal replied, rushing with the tube. Arav grinned, toothpaste on his nose. "Where's your uniform?" Vishal asked. Arav shrugged. "Don't tell me it's in the laundry." Arav didn't respond. One deep breath. One very, very deep breath. The kind only single parents master. "Okay, new plan." Vishal dashed to the washing machine, praying to every god that the uniform had dried overnight. Miraculously, it had. "Papa is a superhero," Arav announced dramatically. "No, Beta. Papa is an overworked detergent model," Vishal muttered, ironing the uniform. Breakfast was hurried but sweet-elu paratha for Arav, tea for himself. His son ate with the reckless freedom only children possess. "Papa," Arav said with a full mouth, "did Mama also make parathas like this?" Vishal froze for a moment. He answered carefully, "She used to make them thinner. I make them fatter, because you and I like things that fill the stomach." Arav nodded, satisfied. Some truths are best served warm and simple. 3. The school drop off the school gate was a battlefield of backpacks, tiffin boxes, scooters, and last-minute homework confessions. Holding Arav's hand, Vishal bent down. "You have your water bottle?" "Yes, homework." Arav, "I did it. I just forgot to put it in the bag yesterday," he said triumphantly and showed the worksheet from his pocket. "Pocket?" Vishal sighed. "Next time tell me earlier." He knelt and kissed the top of Arav's head. "Have a great day." "You too, Papa. Don't forget to smile." Those words stayed with him. Sometimes children give the best advice. 4. Office chaos. Vishal worked at a digital marketing firm, an environment that demanded creativity from people who barely had energy for breakfast. He loved his job, but balancing deadlines with parenting turned life into an Olympic sport. Today, his manager, Raghav, pulled him aside. "Vishal, the client presentation moved up. You'll need to present at 6 p.m. 6. His heart sank. "I have to pick up my son, I understand." Raghav cut him off gently. "But this is important. You're the best person to pitch it." Important, so was Arav, but work paid the bills, fed his child, and kept their tiny world running. He nodded slowly. "Okay, I'll manage something." Raghav smiled. "I know you will." 5. The unexpected call around 12:45 p.m. His phone buzzed. A call from school. Vishal's pulse doubled instantly. School calls rarely meant good news. "Hello, Mr. Vashishtha. This is Arav's class teacher. He has a slight fever. Could you come pick him up?" 20 emotions in 1 second. Fear, worry, frustration, guilt. "I'll be there in 15 minutes, he said, shutting his laptop. He ran through the office, bumping into colleagues, ignoring curious looks. His mind replayed a dialogue he had heard from people far too often. Single father must be hard. Hard wasn't the word. Hard was an understatement, the way an earthquake is called a slight tremor. 6. A sick child and a heavy heart. Arav sat on the bench near the nurse's room, cheeks flushed, eyes droopy. "Papa," he whispered, Vishal lifted him in one swift motion. "My little hero, why didn't you tell your teacher earlier? I thought it would go away," Arav said weakly. At the clinic, the doctor diagnosed a mild viral infection. "Just rest, fluids, no cold items," she instructed. Vishal took notes mentally, like a soldier receiving mission orders. Back home, he settled Arav in bed, placed a cool cloth on his forehead, and made khichdi. Every 5 minutes the thought stabbed him. What about the presentation? He called his mother. "Ma, can you come stay with Arav for 2 hours? I have an important presentation." "I'm at the hospital with your uncle," she said apologetically. "I can't leave." He called neighbors, friends. Everyone was busy. Finally, he texted Raghav. "I can't come for the evening meeting. My son is sick." Raghav replied, "Let me see what I can do." But Vishal knew people rarely could. 7. Little hands, big courage. As he sat beside Arav, gently patting his head, Arav opened his eyes. "Papa, you have work, right?" Vishal hesitated. "It's okay." "No, you should go." His voice cracked. "You're more important." Arav placed his tiny palm on Vishal's cheek. "Mama used to say, Papa works so hard." She said, "You're brave, and I'm brave like you. I'll be okay for some time." Tears gathered at the edges of Vishal's eyes. Children shouldn't have to be brave, but life doesn't ask for permission. Arav whispered, "You can ask Uncle Rohit to stay with me. He lives next door." He had forgotten. He ran to call Rohit. Fortunately, he was home. "Of course, I'll watch him," Rohit said. "Go win your meeting." For the first time that day, Vishal exhaled fully. 8. The presentation. He reached office with seconds to spare, shirt slightly creased, mind still at home. As he began presenting, something changed. His voice grew steadier, posture firmer. Every slide wasn't just a pitch, it was a promise to his son. When it ended, the room erupted in applause. Raghav smiled proudly. "Brilliant, Vishal," the client loved it. But success felt incomplete. He rushed home. 9. Night of conversations. Arav was awake, sipping warm water, looking small yet strong. "Papa," he asked softly, "did your meeting go okay?" Vishal sat on the bed. "It went well because you helped me." Arav smiled. "Then we're a team." "A team," Vishal repeated, hugging him tightly. After giving him medicine, they lay side by side. The night was quiet, except for the hum of the fan and their intertwined breathing. "Papa," Arav whispered again, "do you miss Mama? Every day, every breath, every moment." But Vishal said, "Yes, but I'm happy I have you." Arav nodded sleepily. "Mama said you're strong. I think you're the strongest in the world." Vishal kissed his forehead. "No, beta, you are." 10. A letter never sent. After Arav slept, Vishal walked to his desk and opened a drawer. Inside lay a letter he had written a year after his wife, Naina, passed away. He never sent it. He couldn't, but he read it often. "Naina, I'm trying. Some days I fail. Some days I'm scared, but I'm learning." Arav laughs now. "Full, loud, just like you wanted. I hope you're proud of us. Love, Vishal." He placed the letter back and inhaled deeply. Tomorrow would have its own battles, but tonight he was at peace. 11. The next day, Arav's fever subsided slightly. The day was slow, gentle, full of rest and small smiles. In the evening, Arav asked, "Papa, can I draw something?" "Of course." 10 minutes later, Arav held up a drawing. A stick figure boy, a stick figure man, a house, a sun, and below it, written in crooked handwriting, "My hero Papa." Vishal's throat tightened. He pulled Arav into a hug so strong that years of loneliness cracked quietly inside him. 12. Acceptance. That night, as he tucked Arav into bed, Vishal realized something profound. He wasn't just raising a child, Arav was raising him too, teaching him resilience, softness, patience, humor. Life as a single father wasn't perfect, it wasn't easy, it wasn't fair, but it was real, and it was love, raw, exhausting, unfiltered, powerful. 13. Closing scene. Cinematic ending. The camera zooms out as Vishal switches off the light. A faint glow remains from the night lamp shaped like a star, the same star Naina loved. Vishal sits beside Arav, holding his tiny hand. "Good night, Papa." Arav murmurs, "Good night, champ." A long pause. A moment where silence speaks. Then Vishal whispers to the darkness, "We're going to be okay."